The Dark World of Celebrity Trans Kids by Blaire White. Shout out to Blaire White. They will be in the link in the description below if you'd like to subscribe to his channel. So I know of Blaire White. I know what she does. Like, she's like more of a conservative, like, you know, Republican, like, trans woman, I guess, if she would like to say. I don't know how she identifies or whatever, or care, because I think she is a man, right? She was a man. So she was a man, now she transitioned to a trans woman, something like that. I think, I don't know. But hit the link, follow up on all the socials, like the video, subscribe, and let's get into it.
The Dark World of Celebrity Trans Kids. Megan Fox allegedly has 3 trans kids. The odds of that, statistically, being real, it's impossible.
Noah started wearing dresses when Noah was about 2.
Who's Noah?
Bought a bunch of books written by transgender children.
Dwayne Wade, Jennifer Lopez, Charlize Theron adopted a child from South
Yeah,
Africa.
remember, yeah, we all did everything. Yeah, we all put on heels and all that stuff. Dwayne Wade, right? Dwayne Wade, I think that's what Dwayne Wade. Yeah, 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 like you said, yeah, we all did. We put on our sister stuffs. Yeah, Dwayne Wade, sure, buddy.
Africa, who apparently came out as trans at 3. Jennifer Gardner, Cynthia Nixon, Ben Affleck, Jamie Lee Curtis, Cher, Naomi Watts, Robert De Niro. Cynthia came out as trans.
Is that Stranger Things?
3. Jennifer Gardner, Cynthia Nixon, Ben Affleck, Jamie
What the fuck?
Lee Curtis, Cher, Naomi Watts.
I thought that was Stranger Things. I was like, what? I mean, I know one of the person's gay, but I didn't know.
Robert De Niro. This is just a short list.
That's tragic.
The Dark World of Celebrity Trans.
They make up about like what? 90% of the 1%. Let's see.
Kids. I'm not sure why I've never done a video on this topic yet over the years, but I just came across a complete list of
They're just trans maxing.
the amount of celebrities in America
That's what it
that
is,
have
boys.
transgender children, and I was a bit taken aback. I was a bit gagged because it's actually so long. This is just a short list. It's much longer, but let me read some. Megan Fox allegedly has 3 trans kids, which we're going to get into that and unpack that. Dwayne Wade, Charlize Theron, Jennifer Lopez, Jennifer Gardner, Cynthia Nixon.
Hey, y'all, they found the method of transmaxing. They're going to transmax their kids, and everything's going to be great. Y'all think, like, this is what I'm saying. Y'all think clavicular is cool. He does all these things. He doesn't transmax. Clavicular is not on the level of these people's kids. They're transmaxing. You don't understand you don't understand what's going on. It's because they're on a different level as us. They're transmaxing. That's what it is, y'all. Don't hate, appreciate.
Ben Affleck, Jamie Lee Curtis, Cher, Naomi Watts, Robert De Niro, and that's really just the A-list. And there's an insane amount more. When you start getting into like B-list, C-list, reality stars, you can't even list them. It's too many. Quick disclaimer though, I am not here to attack any minors, underage people who are trans and happen to be children of these celebrities we're talking about. I'm really trying to focus on only the ones that are minors because this is actually the more precarious situation. I don't care about, people who are adults and do what they want to do. Obviously, why would I? Hello. For example.
I do.
Well, you know what I mean? Because I am a fair person. You think of like Cher's son, Chaz Bono, who was really like the first famous.
Yeah, I'm like fully against all of this. Like all this stuff seems weird to me. Like this is why I'm saying like my POV is gonna be different, because it's just like no, like why would you what? Like my thought of this is like I'm not gonna hate someone because they're trans. That's retarded. Like that's retarded. Yeah, I'm hating you. No, but I'm like I'm gonna be like, why? Like I never thought, again, straight male, never thought that like, yeah, I want to switch to become a woman to start dating. Man, it's like you're just gay with a whole bunch of stuff, bro. Like it's just like like that seems like a beyond weird fetish type thing, because like you're a man And unfortunately, like, it's odd. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that made no sense. Sure it didn't, but I don't know.
Trans person, a trans man who came out decades ago. It was only a net negative for him to do so. It's not like there was a lot of trans people out public.
Even worse.
That's clearly an example of like a legitimate trans person, an adult who's doing what they want to do. When it comes to these kids that are being used as props for activism, however, when it comes to these kids who are being thrown out as public figures and trans, that is where things get really dicey, where things get really dark. So that's what I'm trying to focus on today. If any of these minors have social media, do not go harass them. Do not go say anything. That's disgusting. Yeah. So Megan Fox,
Tell them Jesus loves them, Christ is king.
to start off with, so demented. It's written about, as you can see, that she has 3 trans kids. 3.
She's so weird. Like, she does, like, blood stuff, too. It's like, yeah, we consume each other's blood. Yeah, all these quote-unquote, like, Hollywood-type people are very, like, there's something going on here. And I don't trust you. I don't trust you. I don't want to be around you because there's something out here.
Sons that are all trans, and these are all 3 biological boys, but I don't believe she uses the word trans for these kids, so that's important to note. But as you're going to see in a second, she does use trans kid books to parent them, so it's a little bit of a gray area. What is most concerning to me, though, is the odds of having 3 boys that all want to wear girls' clothing.
You got 3 Dora Explorers?
You know, like, what is that? Because that is not organic. There's clearly a source for this abnormality in all 3 of her male children. And
I mean, you're feeding them straight propaganda. Like, you could say whatever you want, but, like, you're feeding them straight propaganda. Imagine hearing one thing your whole life from when you're a kid. Because when you're a kid, realistically, you don't know nothing. You don't. You get taught things. You ever heard of that? Yeah, you get taught things. So they teach them things, and they're like, then they teach them this way of thing, and then they start telling them propaganda. It is then it's this. It's like, well, all I did when they were growing up is read them trans books, gave them dolls, gave them women's clothes. It's like, ma'am, you're literally doing an experiment on them. How can I make my kids trans 101? That's, to me, that's what it looks like. If you're going to do those things, it's like you're not even going to make it natural. Why? Because you're influencing it, dog.
Let's just listen to how she handles it.
Noah started wearing dresses when Noah was about 2. And
how'd he get them? How'd he get them? Oh, he bought them from he went on his tablet and bought them from Amazon. Yep, he wanted to do it. He told me when he was dreaming.
So I realized something recently. I am on my phone way more than I'd like to admit. Scrolling, playing games, just wasting time. So I figured if I'm already doing that anyways, I should get something out of it, right? So I started using this app called Free Cash. It's a platform where you can try out games, complete surveys, test apps, and get rewarded for doing it. I actually tested it myself, and what I love is how completely simple it is. You go in, pick an offer like a game, and start playing. I tried one of the game offers for a few minutes, and you can actually see your progress being tracked while you play, which is really nice. And there's a ton of different options in there, so you don't have to be stuck doing the same.
It's about that. I'm not hating. I'm not hating on any sort of level. But take a look at the full screen I'm about to do. And tell me if you notice something.
I tried one of the game offers for a few minutes, and you can actually see your progress being tracked while you play, which is really nice.
Did you notice it? How do you use an iPhone to play on it? You got a trans phone? That was okay. That was just funny. But like, no, I'm serious. Like, I don't want to out. I'm sure it's just like a screen recording. It's again, it's just an ad. Like, it's not like I'm taking this to heart, but it's like, how do you gotta show off your new iPhone 17 Max Pro, but it says device plate on Android. She has 2 phones, y'all. Unless that phone is trans, it's an Android.
And there's a ton of different options in there, so you don't have to be stuck doing the same thing over and over again. One important thing, though, you do need to make sure that app
It's like
tracking
you
is...
can literally, like, why? I'm not sure if you, bam, bam. Hey, I'm gonna be nice here, bam. I'm sure it's just a layover. But like, it's gonna be your name, but you're showing off an iPhone, and then it's like, device plate on Android, huh? You can like do a screen thing on iPhone, right? Oh, you didn't know that? Okay, that's fair. But it's like, I get it's probably for just the ad, but it's like, what? I just noticed it. Sorry.
Turned on. Otherwise, it won't properly register your progress and rewards. And I did check the reviews before I tried it. It has amazing reviews on
Drop the
Trustpilot, so I
iPhone
felt
out
really good
your
about
hand,
trying
please.
it. And when it comes to cashing out, it's actually really straightforward. Once you hit the minimum, which is about $25, you can withdraw through PayPal, gift cards, and other options that are on there. And to be clear, this is not going to replace your job, of course. It's just something that I've used here and there when I have a few minutes and spare time on my phone. It's honestly a really easy thing just to add into your normal routine. So if you want to try it, use my link below, of course, and you'll get a $10 bonus after you complete your first offer. And I will keep you updated on how it goes for me. Thank you so much to Free Cash for sponsoring this video, and now on to the rest of the video.
You gonna start playing on your iPhone now, or what? You gonna keep on playing on your Android? Just curious.
Bought a bunch of books that sort of address these things, that address a full spectrum of like what this is. And some of the books are written by transgender children. Some of the books are just about how you can be a boy and wear a dress. Like, you can express yourself through
No, you can't.
your clothing however you want. And that doesn't
Illegal.
even have to have anything to do with your sexuality. So from the time they were very young, I've incorporated those things into their daily lives.
So it's good that she
looks like she got an Adam's apple. She might be trans herself.
is aware that you can
like
dress
it.
like that and not actually be trans and do anything medical. So there's hope. But also, as you can see, she's incorporating trans books written by trans kids in the situation. And if it was one of her sons, if it was one of her children, I would say she's probably handling this decently, at least like getting multiple perspectives. But again, the fact that it's all 3 of her male children, the odds of that statistically being real, it's impossible.
That is true.
I'm comfortable using the word impossible. You're probably looking at a root issue that is much more to do with their environment, that is much more to do with maybe events that have happened around them. And
it's called programming. You're literally doing a psyop on them. You're psyoping their brain. It's obvious. It's like, yeah, the government put me in a room and told me what I can do and only what I can do. And this is supposed to be the program that's making you a genius. All I do is read, and that's it, and study. All I do. I can't do anything else. I can't do nothing else but read and study and take tests. Little do you know, that dude's probably going to be smarter than the other person, will have more knowledge, at least. It's just obvious. It's what you're around is gonna is number one. It affects you, obviously. Like, obviously, not saying once you hang around 5 millionaires you're gonna be a millionaire, but it should teach you some finance. It should teach you about some finance, how to maybe do some business stuff. It depends how they got their millions, but but like, if you hang around negative people, you're gonna become negative.
Doctor, no. However, am I comfortable within myself looking at old literature that's maybe a little more controversial, censored, sort of blacked out from history, the history of psychiatry when it comes to gender dysphoria and trans issues? I do like looking at that, because I think there's a lot of truth when you actually look into the past. I don't think this is the height of like knowledge right now, and I think you can kind of sense that. We're not at a height of knowledge on these topics. There's other stuff to look into. And there's a lot of stuff that can cause gender dysphoria, including trauma, including, traumatic events that involve children being hurt. So I'm not saying that happened at all. It's impossible for me to know. However, this is clearly a situation where you're only looking into LGBT
Like, I wouldn't be shocked in the next 15 to 30 years. Not 30 might be crazy, but 15, I'm giving you, like, in some years, when these people grow up and maybe if they step into reality, that they'll say their messages and we'll realize, yeah, actually, we're right. And the reason why they shamed you is because they didn't want you to know that we're right and they're wrong. It's like, yeah, you can try to play in my, you can try to lie and show, act like I'm this, act like I'm that, but it's like, well, when the truth comes, unfortunately. Like, when the truth's knocking on your door, you better open it because it's gonna bust it down.
perspectives.
That sounded stupid. That sounded actually dumb. I don't know what I'm
Just
saying.
makes me feel
that
really
sounded
uncomfortable.
stupid, bro.
I think she should probably do some soul searching. Then again, she does all that witchcraft. So, you know what I mean? She might not want to do that.
Yes, we do consume each other's blood on occasion for ritual purposes only.
Moving on to Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner's non-binary child who came out at 15, and this is really bad.
Dookie.
This is so cringe. Came out at the grandfather's funeral on
In a church? I'd be like, well, yeah, dunk you in some holy water, boy, get your ass. But like, yo, what? I'd be like, hey, you know where you're at? This is the wrong place to be doing all that. Don't be coming out trans. I don't want to hear all that. Yeah, I want to. Yeah, actually, I do want to hear. I want you to confess your sins. Oh, I was wrong. I do want to confess your. I want to hear you confess them. But don't stay with it. Don't dance with it. Don't dance with it.
stage trying to like eulogize the
Do
grandfather,
you have to be
which is like
bald?
the most
Just
horrific.
curious.
Like, I hope none of y'all have been to like a ton of funerals in your life. As someone who's been to a few, I can't imagine anything more
And they died, but I'm trans. What about them? Well, they died, but I'm trans. Well, non-binary, sorry.
horrific than making a eulogy or a speech about someone who's just passed about yourself. Like, so again, I think it all kind of goes back to parenting with these
We got a
people
demon
and
in
they're
the
celebrity
church.
parents. So it's like you can have a million critiques for how they're probably not great parents just based on the fact that they're probably all narcissists. Like that's part of being a celebrity. Is you have to have narcissism to be famous. It's not even, I'm not even saying it as like a negative thing. I'm saying like you got to have a healthy love of yourself to even want to become famous and to survive in an industry like that. And so that clearly maybe is wearing off on the fact that
Yeah, I think it's that, or like all the other stuff they do. They're narcissists. Yeah, I mean, dude, all these people probably, not all of them. These are all alleged personal opinions that I don't even think are true. I think they're probably dumb. I wouldn't even know why you would listen to this, but they're probably all druggy, like Satanist weirdos. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, dude, some of these people can't function without being on like some type of drug. Like, all these Diddy and all these high celebrities, the E parties and stuff. I heard you can't say his name when you get in trouble. We gotta use some code words here, but yeah, all that stuff. Like, dude, these people are not all of them. I'm not saying him or any of these people, but I'm saying the celebrity type that have fame. Dude, you think it's just politicians and all these other people? They're dancing too. They're in it. They got their own one. Like Diddy, bro, Diddy's a freak, man. That dude is crazy. I don't know if he was at it, but like all these. Do you think it stopped? That's my question. Oh, okay. Yeah, you think Diddy was the only one doing it? Okay.
the child would
He was the source.
come out as non-binary at their grandfather's funeral. And by the way, the kid chose the name Finn, which is like the name that every single FTM on TikTok who thinks they're living in an anime has picked. So it's kind of like, it's clearly a phase. And further proof it's about the parents, by the way, because again, I'm not attacking the kid.
Why'd you change your name when you became bisexual? It's like, man, you're still the same person. I don't. You act like you cocooned yourself out of a shell. Like, you're still the same person, guy.
This is about the parenting.
I think it's a
with
woman.
these kids. The other kid is a COVID mask wearer in 2026 who actually goes and does public talks and like
And she got goggles on.
tries to reinstate COVID measures.
For adults, the relentless beat of back to normal has become ignoring, downplaying, and concealing
Yeah, dude, COVID. Holy shit. I mean, how much you get paid for this?
both the prevalence
Imagine
of
what
transmission
she was doing with the hantavirus. She.
and the threat of long COVID manifested in a series of choices. We need the people who remember 2020, who were not, like me, 14 in 2020.
And unfortunately, you were actually Ben Affleck's dad, who's a multi-millionaire. Well, ma'am, did you get laid off of your job? No, your dad actually still has 3 houses somewhere and has 14 cars. Oh, like no, we're done with dude. We have other problems. COVID. That was mean. I'm being rude. That was too much. But like, dude, ma'am, sweetheart, come here. It's 2026. There's other things you could be worried about. Just saying, right? Someone had to tell her. Affleck, Ben Affleck. You couldn't be like, ma'am, come here. Daughter, cut the shit. Cut it out. There's other things you could be talking about. A mask. Are you serious? Okay. That's what I would cut the shit. Come on. Cut it.
To be loud about the world that we were promised at the onset of the pandemic.
Something tells me it's about the parenting here, not the kids. And the odds get even more insane if you just go to Ben Affleck's ex, Jennifer Lopez, who also has a non-binary kid. So Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck's non-binary child came out at 14 on stage while performing with Jennifer Lopez. So again,
This isn't planned at all. This isn't just a PR stunt to get people to win over. This isn't that at all. Why would that be? Right?
and it's the taking the stage to like announce
Publicly.
and like making it this like narcissistic moment. I could see how you could interpret it as cute and as a mother being supportive, for which all these parents should be supportive of their kids, obviously. But that's not the issue.
I wouldn't.
Because you can also be
I'm
too
not
supportive.
supporting that.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
To
not,
make it the spectacle and to
fuck outta
sign the
here.
child
You're
up to be
crazy.
made that spectacle. I mean, not for
You
nothing.
possessed by a
Like
demon?
to put your kids in the public domain as
No.
like this debatable thing at
Tranny.
this highly political time
Okay, that's
surrounding
bad.
gender too.
I
It's
shouldn't
kind of
say
like,
tranny, but, like,
it's definitely a
transitioner.
choice. It's definitely a choice. And I'm trying to be very careful how I talk about these kids because they are in fact minors, but there are people who are not careful at all and are saying the worst things about these people. So I just feel like that's bad parenting. I'm sorry. So next, this one
Don't hate the people, hate the son.
is also really bad. You have Cynthia Nixon, who's a lesbian actress who just so happens to have a trans kid. Like I know the water's different out there.
So what, like, a girl that wants to be a guy?
In LA, but like these families are like atrazine maxing.
Or a guy that wants to be a girl? I'd be like, either way, I'd be like, calm down. My kid is trans. My sister's kids are trans. I know I know it's trans. And I'm proud. Oh, yes, yes, yes.
And the thing is, a lot of these celebrity parents of trans kids also very much use the situation to take this high horse publicly, to get on stage at events, like
Alright.
Cynthia Nixon here.
Most importantly, I am here today as the mother of a proud trans man.
Did I say that the first time? I might have been correct. I swear I said I think it's a woman becoming a man. Bingo. Money shot. Dude, I'm a G. I'm not. It's just like, it's just obvious. Why? Because you're a woman. I debate that. Debate it. You won't.
I am here today as the aunt of a proud trans man.
Too many trannies.
My best friend's kid is trans. And my kid's best friend is trans.
I hadn't even seen that yet. I can't believe she
Everybody and their mom is trans maxing.
made the situation 20 times worse. Wow. I mean, any argument that there's not a social contagion aspect to
Anybody hearing all that?
the child, like it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And not for nothing, I'm not the person here.
It's just like, who cares? Like, I don't care enough. Like, I'm not gonna be crying. I'm not punching the sheets. It's not gonna make me sleep different at night that realistically your kid's trans. I'm not. But it's like, who cares, dog? It's like when you start, oh, well, I'm trans. It's like, shut the hell up. That one cares. That one trying to hear all that. Throw that thing in the trash can. Throw that speech in the garbage can.
Who says that trans is a social contagion, right? I feel like that's intellectually lazy. The entire thing is not a social contagion, but to deny that there
It's AI generated, dog.
is not a social contagion aspect, and that for individual people, you
Nope.
can trace it back purely to a social contagion. That is clearly the truth. Clearly the truth. So you're just a lesbian and all the kids in your family are trans and all their friends' kids are trans and all your friends, like, some men clean in the milk. Something's wrong. This one kind of makes me sad. Charlize Theron. It makes me sad because it has sort of like a, I don't know, just ickier feel to it than the other ones. I don't know. You'll get what I mean. Charlize Theron adopted a child from South Africa who apparently came out as trans at 3.
God forbid she got someone that was from America, right? Oh, like, not saying she's wrong, but it's like, why'd you pick someone from South Africa? Weirdo. That's a little odd to me. Celebrities picking kids from foreign countries? Oh, I don't know about all that. I'm joking. No, yes I am. All jokes were being told there. But it's like, she doesn't even speak English, does she? She's from South Africa. I don't know if they speak English out there. I ain't from there. But guess what? I would assume not. Maybe they do. But it's like, so you got someone. You got a kid from South Africa. Then I don't know how old she was when you picked her up. Maybe I think I don't know. Maybe a baby. 3 years. And then she came out as trans. Wow.
3. And said, "I'm not a boy, so there you go," quote. And that was the moment that the 3-year-old came out.
To send them back to Africa. Send them back to Africa, dog. They won't go back. Their family needs them. They actually didn't. The family left them, but I don't know. I think this might be worse. You imagine. Let's stop.
And is
I'm
seen wearing
I'm pushing lines.
dresses and stuff out in public. And it's just kind of like, I don't know, to adopt a child from across the globe. I'm sorry, you could not tell me that if that child was left to their devices in South Africa, they would also be
Man, what are you doing, dog? What is a teenager? Man, what? Dog. Get that. Are you crazy? You got these 2 kids. It's, bruh. Man. Someone find their parents, dog. I'd rather you spend the money to find their parents and get them back on their feet to take the kids back. They need them. They need to go back to Africa. They need to get them out of here with this. Why you got this teenager, not teenager, I don't know how old this kid is, this minor, wearing this? Are we crazy? By the way, he is a boy. He's a little, he's a man in the making. These are 2 men in the making. They're growing up to be men. By the way, you're not going to be a woman because you can't just, right? You can't just do it. Very unfortunately, isn't that?
tell me that if that child was left to their devices in South Africa, they would also be trans over there. Like, it's just not, and it's not just a purely, oh, they wouldn't accept it thing over
Send
there.
them back.
I just don't think it would have came up.
Charlize Theron on The View Tuesday, correcting the pronoun Joy Behar used for her 7-year-old daughter, Jackson.
Where is he?
She's at home. They're with Grandma.
Now, in a new interview with
cares?
Pride Source, the bombshell star admits she's always learning when it comes to parenting,
That makes me rethink all of it.
including what pronouns to use for her child,
Yeah, try that in South Africa too. I guess.
Jackson, who was assigned male at birth.
And I'm putting this in with the disclaimer that this is truly like a gossipy type thing. Like, I have no way of proving this, and I'm not looking at it as proof for me. It's just like an interesting thing. There's this TikToker who posts celebrity blind items, which is basically this like insider group that posts tea about celebrities, and it's all people from these celebrities' actual circles. And this girl has gotten everything right. She knew about all the Diddy stuff before it happened. She's known about literally like pregnancies with celebrity. Like, I have her on my For You page sometimes, and she'll say something and it'll happen like a week later. So that's just a disclaimer that you don't have to believe this, but this is her talking about Charlize Theron and raising the trans child.
Charlize Theron is reportedly raising her male child as a female.
Yeah.
But according to this new blind item, the child allegedly wants to be raised as a boy.
Of course, dog. Of course he does. He don't want to dress. I'm trying to act because he don't want to wear no dress. And when I'm saying sending him back, I don't mean that in a rude way. I mean he needs help. He needs to be rescued. He don't need to be in a damn dress. He don't need to be in a damn girl's clothes. Bro, how do you think he feels as going to Disney as a grown? No, he's not grown. I can't say grown. As a little kid, mid-teenager, a young man in the making, wearing a girl's clothes.
Just like he was born.
Posting on the internet too.
At school, this offspring wants to be called a boy, which is how he was born. It is the actress mother that keeps insisting he is a girl.
No, he isn't.
And again, this is
Save
allegedly
him.
Jackson and Charlize Theron.
You can take that or you can leave it. You can believe it. You can think it's BS. I don't
I
really
ain't
know how to
believe-
feel.
I-
All I know is it does kind of match my actual sort of vibe I had just seeing it. Like, it's this South African child's, you know, from a culture where trans doesn't even exist. It's just kind of
Good.
like, yeah, that matches what you kind of suspect, right? That one kind of like raises my blood pressure a little bit. Back on the topic of these celebrities who use their trans
High cortisol
child
moment.
to make a public spectacle and become these big activists. You have Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union, who I believe this child is only Dwayne Wade's biologically, but she's like the stepmom who's very involved. Trans child between them. So the trans child's name is Zaya Wade. I believe she's legally an adult.
Motherfucker is 6'8". I'm joking. I'll say she for now, right? No, I'm not. Let's stop lying. I'm just playing jokes here. He is about, Dwayne Wade's probably like 5, not 5. Let's stop saying that. He's what? D Wade. Height. I would say he's about 6'2", 3. 6'4". She's about 6'2". She's about 6'2". Yeah, the she in question right here. Okay, you better come on, dog. You could be hooping right now. You could be with Bronny. You could be hooping with Bronny right now. But he chose this route. Okay. I love to see it. I love to see a woman take control. I love to see it. A woman on a journey. A woman exploring herself. I love to see it.
Now, but came
Go
out
be the
at
woman
a very
I
young
need.
age and is also a public activist and has been since being a minor. So again, this person was launched to fame and scrutiny and all these things. It just seems like a very dangerous thing to do to a child.
You don't need to
even
do all
aside
that.
from the transition, which is medical here. Gabrielle Union has used this for multiple public speeches at
Shut
award
that
shows
crap
like
up.
this one.
Will we fight for some? Or will we fight for all of our people?
Yes.
Let's just name a couple hard truths.
Okay. Let's hear it.
First, the intersection of Black rights and the rights of the LGBTQIA, trans, and gender nonconforming people continues to be rough. It's a huge understatement. Even as we demand equality at the top of our lungs, we consistently fail to extend our advocacy to protect some of our most vulnerable among us.
Yes.
And
Yes.
And second, Black trans people
Oh my
are being
gosh.
targeted, terrorized, and hunted in this country every day.
Dude. Only if we only imagine that, dog. They're being hunted and the CIA is getting them.
Everywhere.
I'm like, okay.
So I have mixed
Who are they getting hunted by? Just curious. I want to know. Oh, okay. Yeah. You don't know either?
feelings about this.
They're getting hunted
because
down.
a really hard truth is that, you know, you want to talk about Black trans women being hunted in this country, ask and just research a little bit who's actually hunting them.
But Black trans women. What about the Black trans men? See, why you gotta only do that? What about the others? Are they not getting hunted? Right? No one cares. I don't care. They're not getting hunted. I know that for a fact. That'd be on the front page of everything if they're getting hunted down right now.
Trans women, are violence rates higher towards them? Absolutely. But do you know why that is? When you look into each one of these individual stories and you actually research this, it is first of all Black people doing it. So I know that, you know, it's often this depiction of like it's white America against them, but it's Black people doing it. So it's something that the Black community should actually, you know, sort of own and think about. And so I do think that that is a productive thing to be talking about, I guess, on BET, which is a Black award show. So maybe that is something that, you know, demographic should be hearing. However, the fact is she's injecting this into a narrative of medically transitioning their underage child. It has this other demented side, which like if that's where this activism is supposed to lead, which in their heads it does, and in the eyes of trans activists and these people, it does lead to that that's what you have.
This all seems like a pony show to me though. Like at the end of the day, it seems like theater kids. I think a lot of these like celebrity people are just weirdo theater kids. And I've been like I've heard this theory. I was like, yeah, you're right. Not all of them, but a lot of these people are just theater actors. You're just an actor, dog. You think I can't like see by the fruits you bear? You think I can't just see all your lies about you being this good person, but the fruits you bear show otherwise? It's like I'm tired of this nonsense gooba gooba gabagoo coming from your mouth. I'm tired of it. I really don't want to hear none of your activists when the fruits you bear show none of that. Oh, I'm done with people buying things, and everything needs to be free. Buy my cologne for $150. How much was it made for? 25 cents. Oh. What do you mean? I think we need to start giving out money and doing this, start funding. So when's the last time you donated? Oh, I haven't donated anything this year. I don't really do that. But okay. Fair play.
To support, it's like, no, she should be supportive of her child and he should be supportive of his son. And so that's not what I have a beef with. It's just the fact that I don't like when kids are used as political weapons. So when you're using,
yeah, what does his mom think about this? That's what I want to know.
Your child's life to get up on a award show stage and make a speech, which no one asked for, by the way, because speeches that are political at award shows are annoying, and that's why no one watches them anymore. I guess for me, you just have to wonder if you're someone who transitioned as a minor and being a warrior for that and being an activist, how do you even feel the space or comfort?
And it's like they're always all on photos. It's like do we all have to know that you have a trans kid? No. No.
Maybe detransition or maybe feel like, you know, I still have autonomy over my life. I can still go in a different direction.
Like always on film, always doing it for social media, always doing it on the camera. They're never not doing it off camera.
And it kind of locks you in, making it is harmful to a lot of people, especially when you're underage. And so it's this sort of like locking in and cementing of who they are in the public's eye, before they can really do that for themselves as adults, that is demented to me. And it's why, again, I'm not talking about people like Chaz Bono or any of these celebrities that have trans adult children. It's the kids that it just gets really weird. On this channel, we've talked a lot about...
I think majority of it's weird. I don't understand how a guy would want to be a woman. It's like that. It's weird to me. Say whatever you want to me. Say whatever you want. You could disagree with me, but that's weird. I could not fully understand that. I couldn't understand how a woman would want to be a guy either. It's like, why? Be you. I'm gonna explore myself. Yeah, why don't you explore how you actually are? I'm exploring myself and I'm trans. Why don't you explore yourself and realize you are XX chromosomes, not XXY chromosomes. XXY is crazy. XY chromosomes. You can't just switch out a chromosome, unfortunately.
Out this concept of trans housing by proxy, and we see it with looking at non-famous, just like regular, usually white, always liberal women who, you know, use their kids as props to sort of make themselves seem like this more accepting, esteemed part of the community. It gives the parents purpose. They're suddenly becoming activists themselves.
2 of my children are receiving gender affirming care. My son has
Please no.
always
Please
been the
stop it.
happiest child I've ever known.
No,
Since he was a
isn't.
toddler, we called him Sunshine for his infectious joy.
And they sort of weaponize the identity.
He's unhappy until you tell him a different opinion. I think this is weird.
Identity of their child, or let's say it's not really their concrete identity, you know, the struggles of their child that they're having with gender. I think it's just disturbing to put kids out there like that and to attach your own, you know, work and television appearances.
It's because it's a little prop of empathy. Because the kid's here, it's empathy. Don't say nothing. It's a kid, y'all. It's empathy. Yeah, I think I'm about done with that. And I think a lot of people are. I think we're at the point in the next 2 or 3 years that I think everyone's about done with it. I think a lot of people are done with this crap. And I'm glad they are. I'm not trying to hear on this. I'm not trying to hear your kid talk about politics. No one's on either side. I'm really not. I'm not trying to hear your kid be an advocate for trans. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that garbage. Respectfully. Or disrespectfully. Take it how you want it. But it's going to be served. Bars. Fucking bars. That was bars. Nah, I don't know if that was cool. But like, yo, I'm done. I'm done with it. It's my opinion. We standing on it. I think a lot of people gotta start standing on that crap. Standing on real opinions because you can't back down. Well, I think everyone knows there's a there's always an outsider to everything. Yes, there's gonna be one that's flourishing. Yes, there's gonna be, we don't care because guess what? That is not the minority. That is the minority. That is a minority? I don't know. That's not a word. I don't think so. But that is the minority of the whole group. Unfortunately, if 99% of it is bad and 1% is good, well, you can't just show me the 1% and be like, well, here. You can't only show me the minority. You gotta show me the rest. What if this 1% of this minority subsection is doing good? Okay, but what about the 99% that are doing terrible? But the 1%. That's not an argument.
And public advocacy to your child. It's a fine line, like you should be supportive of your child, but this goes beyond, in a lot of these cases, just publicly saying like, yeah, this is my kid and I support them. You're, you know, injecting politics into it. You're going to activists.
Yeah, kids don't just learn this. They don't. Kids aren't at factory settings and you teach them what it is. A dog just doesn't learn how to sit on command. You gotta teach it. Right? That's what I'm saying. Like, they're really, like, realistically, man. I said they would like dogs. Not saying dogs or humans are the exact same thing. No, but like, what you teach a human to be a good person, more or less of the time, they're gonna be a good person. You teach them right principles and everything. They're gonna be more or less a good person. You teach them terrible principles. Well, guess what? They're probably gonna be a terrible person. Like, how is that not just like common sense? But you teach a dog bad, do this, you can disrespect. It's you're walking me. Bite whenever you want. Don't listen. You teach a dog good, they won't be eating a babysitter. Have y'all seen that video, body cam? It could be still up. It was EUW body cams. Yeah, I would have shot those dogs right up.
Events, you're going to parades, you're going and making it a thing. But let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think these are all
Social media is life for them. They live on social media, which is fine. You make money off of it. Child abuse used to be a crime, huh? Was someone on the internet started having a trans kid? It's like having a new Birkin bag, potentially. It's so effing scary. Trans, I don't know what the hell that is. By proxy is right. Fucking hell, I really feel bad for those kids. Yeah. Kids don't naturally think about gender and sexual identity. That's child. They don't. It's like these are with people that grown up business is real less politics. Kids will be affected if you teach like if they about politics, but 5-year-olds don't need to be talking about it. That's grown up business, right? Your 5-year-old doesn't need to know about trans kids. Oh yeah, it's whatever. Don't treat them disrespect. Don't disrespect them. They're human. Don't treat them differently than anyone else. That's what it is. I'm not going to be like, yeah, push them to the ground because they're trans. Don't speak to them because they're trans. Don't be nice to them because they're trans. No. I wouldn't teach them that. I'd be like, yeah, number one, don't let them persuade you. Don't let them get you. Right? But yeah, don't be rude to them. Don't do none of that. They're a human. Again, don't hate the person, hate the sin, right? You don't wear a dress at 2. Someone puts a dress on you at 2. Facts. I work with 2 and 3-year-olds, and no way they understand complicated topics like this. They are learning how to drink from a cup of water. I drink from a cup of water. It's funny, but drink from a cup. Yeah, you don't know that just how to do all this. Great video though. Shout out to Blair White again. We'll have some pushbacks because again, ideological, whatever the word is, we don't agree on the same things, right? I don't know if he's a Christian of some sort. I don't know. I would assume not, because you wouldn't be trans. But yeah, let me know, debate in the comments. I always when I get these types of videos, like I had a Lungs of Faith video. I gotta look and see if he uploaded, but people are still ragging me on. It was that. I was like, dude, you gave me the worst. Like, these comments were terrible. They were like, if you look at it, look and watch the video. It was a good video. But if you look at it, it was like, you don't control people's bodies and all of these things. I was like, number one, I could say. Let's stop yapping. Good video. We might start adding Blair White to the rotation if she makes like videos like this, reactions. But yeah, good video.